Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of pendulums, those seemingly simple yet incredibly powerful tools used in divination and witchcraft.
We'll explore the rich cultural history of the pendulum, and we'll guide you through how to start using a pendulum in your practice today, even if you don't have one at home.
So, let's get into it. Pendulums have a deep-rooted history in many cultures across the world. The earliest known uses of a pendulum-like device for divination are found in ancient China. Around 2,000 years ago, Chinese mystics used a simple form of a pendulum, often a suspended jade stone, to communicate with spirits and determine the will of the gods. The movement of the pendulum was believed to represent the balance of yin and yang, reflecting the harmony or disharmony in a person's life.
In Europe, pendulums also have a long history tied to folklore. In medieval times, people often used a dowsing rod to locate water or minerals, which is conceptually similar to using a pendulum for divination. Over time, this practice evolved into what we now recognize as pendulum divination. It wasn't just about finding physical objects. People began using pendulums to seek answers from the spiritual realm.
The first recorded use of pendulums specifically for divination purposes in Europe dates back to the Middle Ages. By the 16th century, the pendulum became a common tool for witchcraft and fortune-telling. Some say it was around this time that one of the earliest recorded witches, Mother Shipton, used a pendulum to enhance her prophetic abilities. Mother Shipton, also known as Ursula Southiel, was a legendary English seer and healer whose prophecies became famous throughout England. She was believed by some to have used a pendulum, likely made from a stone or other simple material, during her divination rituals, asking it questions to guide her in crafting her well-known predictions. Shipton lived in the 16th century and was known for her accurate predictions about events like the Great Fire of London. It's said that she used her pendulum not only for prophecy but also for healing and communicating with spirits. The pendulum would swing in different directions to indicate the presence of a spirit or to confirm the accuracy of a vision she had received.
European witches were often portrayed in folklore as using pendulums to determine the right times for planting crops, finding lost objects, and even uncovering the truth in disputes. These stories show just how versatile and respected pendulums were in both daily life and mystical practices. So, now that we've covered the history, let's get practical. If you're interested in using a pendulum today, here's a simple guide to help you get started.
1. Choose your pendulum. Start by selecting a pendulum that resonates with you. Whether it's made of crystal, metal, wood, or something else, each material has its own energy. For example, crystals like amethyst are said to enhance spiritual awareness, while metal pendulums are known for their strong grounding properties. Don't worry if you don't have a fancy pendulum. Trust your intuition when choosing, even if it's a homemade one.
2. Cleanse your pendulum. It's important to cleanse your pendulum before using it. This clears any negative or residual energies it might have picked up. You can cleanse it by holding it under running water, passing it through incense smoke, or leaving it under the light of the full moon.
3. Bond with your pendulum. Hold your pendulum and ask it simple questions you know the answers to, like, is my name Fred? Notice how it moves. This is your yes. Then ask a question with a false answer to see your no response. This step is crucial for establishing communication between you and your pendulum.
4. Start asking questions. Hold the pendulum steady and ask your question aloud or in your mind. Keep your questions simple and clear. Watch how the pendulum moves. It will typically swing in the direction you've programmed for its responses. Remember, it might take some time to get clear answers, so be patient and keep your mind focused.
If you don't have a traditional pendulum, no problem. You can make one easily at home. A conker on a string, a favorite necklace with a weighted pendant, or even a key tied to a thread can work as a pendulum. The key is to ensure it has some weight and can swing freely. Just like with any pendulum, cleanse it first and spend some time getting to know how it responds before diving into your questions.
The shape of the pendulum, typically a pointed or teardrop form, helps focus the energy and gives more precise readings. Some believe that longer chains provide more detailed responses while shorter ones are more direct. Ultimately, the best pendulum is one that feels right to you. Listen to your intuition and choose the one that resonates with your energy.
Now you've mastered that, let's explore deeper. You might have heard the terms scrying and dowsing used interchangeably, but they actually refer to different practices, each with its unique techniques and purposes. So, let's break down what pendulum scrying is and how it differs from dowsing.
But you do know how to scry, is that right?
Pendulum scrying is a form of divination where the pendulum is used as a tool to access subconscious knowledge or spiritual insight. Unlike dowsing, which is often about locating objects' energies or making simple yes-no decisions, scrying is more about exploring deeper, more abstract questions. It's a form of spiritual gazing where the pendulum helps you tap into the mysteries of the universe, uncover hidden truths, and connect with higher realms of consciousness. When you engage in pendulum scrying, you're not just asking straightforward questions, you're opening yourself up to receive broader, often symbolic messages. For instance, you might use a pendulum to scry for guidance on a life path, to gain insights into dreams, or to explore the energies surrounding a situation. The pendulum acts as a bridge between your conscious mind and the spiritual realm, allowing you to see beyond the obvious.
Scrying requires a more open, receptive state of mind, where you allow insights to come through naturally. Dowsing, on the other hand, taps directly into your subconscious or intuition for quick, straightforward guidance. The steps for scrying are pretty much the same as dowsing, ensuring you have a calm, focused environment that is comfortable to meditate in. Take deep breaths to clear your mind and focus, ensuring you are grounded. State your intentions.
What do you wish to uncover?
Are you seeking insight into a specific issue, or are you open to receiving whatever messages come through?
Your intention will guide the scrying session.
Hold your pendulum over a reflective surface, such as a mirror, crystal ball, or even a bowl of water. As you gaze softly at the pendulum's movement, allow your mind to drift into a receptive state. You might notice images, symbols, or thoughts that come to mind. These are the insights you're scrying for. Don't worry if nothing happens immediately. Scrying is a skill that develops with practice.
Once you've finished, take some time to reflect on what you've experienced. Write down any symbols or thoughts that came to you. Often the messages from scrying are not immediately clear and may require contemplation or further meditation to understand fully.
As with any spiritual practice, the key is to trust your intuition, remain open to the messages you receive, and practice regularly to hone your skills. If you're just starting, try both methods and see which one resonates with you.
Pendulums are simple yet powerful tools with a rich cultural history and deep mystical significance. Whether you're using a store-bought crystal pendulum or a homemade one, dowsing or scrying, remember that the magic lies in your intention and connection to the tool. I hope this guide helps you on your magical journey. If you've got any stories about your own pendulum experiences, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay magical